Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and this is just a quick update on the Famicom repairs. Now, I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I had a quick look at my messages on YouTube, and I had a few comments on the previous video, and hopefully this video is going to be slightly clearer. I actually had the camera set in macro mode last time I filmed and hadn't realised. That's why it was really fuzzy. Hopefully I've got better lighting now. I have updated the lighting up here. I'll just give you a quick look what I've done. Let me just spin you around here. We now have their LED and their equivalent, about 100 watt each. I've even got them basically I've just took a feed off the standard fluorescent that I had up here, put a switch in, and I now have extra light which I can switch off and on, so hopefully that will help with the light situation for filming. And like I said, now I've got the camera working again and it's not in macro mode. Hopefully you should be able to see what I'm doing. Anyway, I digress. I was reading the comments, and Gadget UK had commented on the video and mentioned I would probably be as well to see if I could get Composite straight out of it. And basically what I've done is I pulled the pinouts for all the ICs in the Famicom up here, and if we look, this is the PPU, and the end pin there is Composite output on the PPU. The pin exactly adjacent to it is a ground pin. So, can you see that? Yes, you can. So basically what I've done is I took a little jack here, and this is really just a lash up just to see whether it would work. I've just tacked on with two wires that connector to the end of the PPU there. So the blue wire there goes onto the ground, and the yellow wire there goes onto the Composite output. Put a game in, and let's just switch the power supply on. If we switch on now, as we can see on the camera, it actually works. The really cheap nasty copy game I've got there, 400 in 1, comes up on screen. Now, as you can see, it's not a brilliant image because with no amplification here at all. I'm literally just feeding the output of the PPU there straight into the Composite input of that TV. So it's not a good enough signal really. It needs a little 1 transistor amplifier just to give it that little bit of an extra boost into the TV. But it actually proves that the board's working and the game's working, which is what I wanted to prove. It also proves that we've got a problem in the RF modulator of this one, but that's not an issue. What I will do is, I'll switch that off for a second, is I will plug in the, I think that's the one, yeah. I will plug in the controller, and we'll actually see whether any of this works. I've got all the plastics for this currently soaking in detergent in the bath. See if I can perhaps get some of that grime, and it won't really do anything for the yellowing on it. That is just UV yellowing. But if I can get some of the muck and the grime off it, I'll be a lot happier, because it really is filthy. And obviously I'm going to clean this board up. I'll get some proper PCB cleaner on and give this board a good cleaning, because it really is very dirty. But that's the controller plugged in, so let's it's a good opportunity just to see whether the controller does anything, to be honest. Let's switch on and let's have a look. Well, we can see up and down works. I really don't know Robocop 2. Let's try that. Let's try Robocop 2. It's very out of focus, but I can definitely see 1991 Robocop 2. It seems to be working. Let's press start. Well, I can move about. Like I said, the graphics do look very washed out, but that's down to the fact we're not using any amplification. Oops. That's down to the fact we're not using any amplification or anything. Like I said, we are literally just feeding the raw composite signal straight out of the PPU, straight into the video output of this TV, video input, sorry, of this TV. I'll stop playing that, or else I'll be here playing games for hours. But as we can see, the controller actually on this works okay. The game certainly works, and the board works. All we really need to do is do a proper AV modification on this. Get the case as nice as we can, and replace this switch, and basically reassemble it. I think we'll let's just try the other cartridge while we're in here. See if the other cartridge works as well. So we know that that first cartridge is okay. Let's try this second NES cartridge. See what sorry, Famicom cartridge. See what this one does. Switch on. Again, that seems to work okay. 198 in one. This one. We've got lots of contras on it. Cage, Final Mission, Double Dragon, RoboCop. It's pretty much the same same thing as the other one, but it seems to work alright. Street Fighter, I presume that'll be the original one. Let's see. Street Fighter 2010, the final fight. Press start. I don't know how these games should. We really can't see if these games are any good until I do the proper AV mod on this. But this, it seems to be working okay, doesn't it? Let's see here. Can we get into the game? Again, everything seems to work okay. It's just the graphics look absolutely terrible. Now that could be something to do with these games are all basically rip-offs, or it could be just down to the composite, the very poor composite that I'm getting out of it at the moment. But yeah, it seems to work okay. I'll switch that off. In fact, I think what we'll do on this video, while we can, is I'll switch this off now. I will disconnect that controller. I just broke a little bit of plastic off there as I took that off. I have to be careful there when I put that back on. Just as I pulled that out then, a little bit of plastic there just pinged off. Never mind. So what I think we will do is we will desolder this off here now, and we'll just get the other Famicom, the one that was just getting a green or a black screen when we put a game into it, and we'll do exactly the same to that one. We will let's just disconnect these again. There we go, that's that one off, and that's that one off. We have not done any harm to it doing that. Like I said, it's just a very easy way of tapping into the video to see whether the board was actually working, because it completely bypasses the modulator and everything. We'll take the game out of that, and we'll put this safely to one side. And just what I tend to do when I'm finished working with a board and I want to keep it safe, just I've got hundreds of these static bags, so we'll just slide it in there, obviously because it's not going to be going back into its case immediately, being that its case is currently soaking underwater. So we can just stick that in there and it's nice and safe. It's not going to get damaged while it's out of its case. And we'll get the other Famicom. We'll crack this one open. We'll tack that cable onto this one, and we'll see if we get anything out of this one. At least then we prove whether we've got two good working viable Famicoms, or whether this one's going to need some more work on it. And like I said, when we tried this one the other day, this is the one that it did actually tune into a TV, but you just got one blank screen out of it. I think when I put one game in it was blue, and I put the other game in it was green, or something like that. So we shall see anyway. At least we know that this one actually powers up and all that works on it. In fact, I'm tempted, while I've got this apart, I might actually go and shove the plastics of this one in the bath with the other one, and clean them up as well. Yeah, because this is pretty dirty as well. We'll put them down there and we'll take them out. Oh, this is slightly different if we look inside. It's a slightly different design, this one. The other one from the chips, I think, was produced about 1989. I'm wondering if this may be perhaps a slightly earlier one. But it has a different RF board. The other one's completely shielded, where this just looks like it's a single PCB. We'll see anyway. Let's get it out of the case. And like I said, we'll do the same mod to it, and we'll see if we get actual video output. Now we've proved that both games work, that's a bonus as well. Because like I said before, I didn't honestly know. Yeah, even these look different. Yeah, these are like a little proper plastic retainer, where the others are like just more like a rubber grommet. So it's definite. Let's just unplug them. Unplug that one and get it out of the way. We'll take the rest of these screws out. Take this off. It's virtually the same. So it's just that modulator at the back looks different. Just the last screw out. Should be able to lift the board free now. Yeah, we can. We'll get the disconnect the controller. Put that to one side for now, so we might try that in a second. And we will take the switch out. I think we just need to pull that. Yeah, just slide that out of the way. We'll take the switch out. This switch works properly, like I said, as the other one. It works, but I'll still think I'll find a replacement for it, because it's not a positive click when you operate it. It just slides. So take this one out. Let's feel this switch actually. Yeah, that's got a proper positive click to it. So that's all the screws out. I'll put that to one side, and that can join the other case in the bathtub and have a soak in some nice hot water. Well, warm water. Don't want the water too hot. And yeah, it's let's have a look at some of the dates on these chips. See what we can see here. 83. Yeah, this is an early one. Nintendo 1983. Yeah, this is a I think this is a very early revision board. This is obviously quite an early revision Famicom. That's not got a date code on it, but these the 74 series logic up here, they've got a 83 date code on them, so it's obviously quite an early one. But we can still do exactly the same as we did before. We will just tin up them end legs there. We'll solder that in place temporary, put a game in it, and actually see whether we get anything out of it. Like I said, we know that the other one works now, and we know that them games work. So we'll just add a tiny little bit of solder to the legs, not much, just so I can touch these legs on. There we go. So you don't need a lot, just a little bit. And these will be coming back off again. It is just as for testing purposes. That one's on. Oops. Come back here. And that one's on, just like I did on the other one. Okay, so let's switch the monitor back on and take one of the games, stick a game in. We need some power. Where's my power gone? Power's dropped down there. Make sure that's off there. So we'll plug some power in, and let's see if we get anything if we switch this on. Switch on, and no, nothing. Oh, hang on. Silly me. Switch the power supply on first. That kind of helps. Let's try it again. And we get a black screen. So it's doing something. Nothing with reset. Let's try switching it off again. So it's definitely doing something. Let's try the other game. Let's see if they both work. But we'll give that a whittle, put it back in, and let's see again. Try again. And we get a green screen. So this is exactly what it was doing before through RF. So we've definitely got one with a fault. That's good, because it'd be boring if they worked straight off, wouldn't it? So let's try this game in again, just for a quick test. Switch on. Oh, this one's giving us a green screen this time. I wonder if a little bit of cleaning of the slot may actually may do something. What we'll do is we'll give the slot a quick blast with a little bit of cleaner. Shove the game in and out a few times. I'm just holding the board down, so I don't want to stress the board with it not being actually fixed down to anything. Right, let's give that a quick try. No, that was worse. Try that again. Nope, same. Quickly try the other game. But I think we've got one here that's got a fault. Let's shove that back in. Let's give it another quick test. And we'll just get a black screen. So sometimes it gives a blue screen, sometimes it gives a black screen. But we obviously have a fault on this one. Unsure what it's going to be. I'm guessing that the PPU might actually be running, being that it's actually firing out some form of composite signal. So we could have a CPU fault with it. We could possibly have a RAM fault with it, although I'd be more inclined to expect we just get corrupted graphics if we had a RAM fault. So it could possibly be the CPU there. I'm going to have to do some more looking into this one. We do have the other Famicom, fortunately, so what I may do is whip out the CPU. I may just socket up the main ICs in here and have a go at swapping between the two Famicoms and see if that'll we can trace down what actually the problem is. But I'm wondering possibly whether it's the CPU there. I know someone did mention that the NTSC CPUs don't seem to be as good as the PAL ones. They fail more frequently. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Like I said, this was just a little quick video to show how it was going, and that we do at least have one Famicom which is now at least sort of working. We've got some more work obviously to do on this one before we get an image off it. But hopefully next video I'll have all the plastic bits cleaned, and we can have a look at seeing if we can at least identify what the fault on this board is. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.